Welcome to the Master Passive Income Show. My name is Dustin Heiner, and I'm here to help you get financial independence, quit that JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate so you never ever have to work a job again. And today we're going to be talking all about how you can find motivated sellers, how to find great deals, and how to get them off market at a discounted rate and make even more money with direct mail, and how you can do this and implement it very quickly into your business. All right, let's start the show.
Welcome to the Master Passive Income Podcast, where we talk about investing in real estate with a special focus on making enough money so you can quit your job and live the dream life. And now, here's your host, Dustin Heiner.
Hey, what's going on? Super pumped and blessed as always to have you here on the show with me. Now, I just got to say one thing that, I have an Instagram account, and I do get a lot of people reaching out to me and saying that they appreciate the podcast, that they listen to it on their way home from work or their commute, or they've been listening to every single one. And honestly, I do get a lot of these messages. It's so much fun to get them. And I just got to give a shout out to Christian. Christian reached out to me. CJM is his handle on Instagram. He says, "Hey, Dustin, I recently quit my job after listening to your podcast the last 3 months. I'm young, ambitious, and your attitude towards real estate inspired me to start my own construction company. My business is actually doing great, but my end goal is to have enough capital to break into real estate investing market without as much risk. I will still listen to your podcast daily and wanted you to know about the education I find in your episodes being awesome." Hey, Christian, thank you so much for reaching out, and everybody else. Sorry I didn't read yours as well because there's only so much time, but it's great. I really appreciate it. If you want to find me on Instagram, the Dustin Heiner, THE Dustin Heiner, you can find me there. And no, I'm not that arrogant. It's the only handle I could come up with, THE Dustin Heiner. But I am super excited about today's episode. Now, I've had lots and lots of students ask me about deals. Like, it's hard to get deals right now. Even a year ago, even when the market was crazy, my students were getting deals because houses were hitting the market or people were thinking about selling their homes. Now it's slowed down dramatically. The big reason why is because of interest rates have really hurt everybody, and nobody wants to sell because they're thinking, oh my goodness, the prices are dropping. Well, what's going to happen now is us as investors need to get creative in how we actively find properties. And today I'm super excited because I am now creating inside of the Wealth Builders membership that I have, where we do all the group coaching and all the courses and everything. I'm actively creating a wholesaling course, basically a course that's going to help my students to wholesale deals or keep those deals for themselves, like cherry pick them. So wholesaling, you find a house and you find a buyer. You find a seller and you find a buyer. You put them together and you make the difference. Basically, let's say you make $5,000 finder's fee for that property, just kind of like a realtor. Well, instead of doing that to every property, let's say you find a fantastic deal and you can have it as a rental property. Let's say you close 10 properties that are wholesale and you're making $5,000 each one. You might make $3,000, but let's just say you make $5,000. Well, that's $50,000 that if you wholesaled, that'd be in your pocket. Now, at the same time, you would also be able to pick and choose which deals are fantastic and be able to keep those deals in your portfolio because you're making money to invest and then you're buying cash flow producing properties. Now, the way to find these deals, you need to have a way to reach out to these motivated sellers. And the expert that I'm bringing on today, he is an expert at doing this and working at this company that's been a fantastic company. I'm working with them as well. In fact, let me share this to you. Next Wednesday, September 20th. So whenever you're hearing this, it's going to be September 20th. I'm going to be putting on a workshop with this company where they're going to be walking us how to use their print mail service, how to find motivated sellers, and even give away 1,000 pieces of mail to anyone who wants to join them. It's super amazing. So I'm going to put a link in the description. That link will always be active. So no matter if you hear this 2 years from now, that link will still go to the same page where you'll see the recording that I have. You'll also get the same deal, just as long as, they're cool enough to be giving away all those free pieces of mail. But check the link in the description. It'll always be there. Now, one last thing. I got a lot of great things for you. I've changed my life so much because of my mastermind. The great group of other real estate investors and business owners that I'm around, they help me to change my life. In fact, I've grown so much, and what I want to do is I want to open up that for you. I created the Wealth Builders Mastermind with me and Michael Kwan, one of my masterminds. He and I are helping people to invest, and we have literally one spot left. Now, again, when you hear this sometime in the future, go to the same link and you'll be able to find out about the Wealth Builders Mastermind that we are putting on for people like you, investors who want to scale up to be around awesome people. Well, I'm putting on, and Michael Kwan and myself, we're putting on a retreat or a summit. The Wealth Builders Summit is going to be in October, and October of 2024. Check the link in the description. The early bird price goes away this week. So it's time sensitive. You definitely need to jump into it right away because we have one spot left. The price is going up. And the Wealth Builders Mastermind Summit will be in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's a destination place that I've been wanting to go to for a long time. October 22nd through the 25th of 2023. And so we are super pumped to have everybody here with us. And so right now we're basically full. But we have one spot left over, like seriously, just one spot. So first come, first serve. There's an application process. We got to make sure that you're a good fit, making sure that you are going to be a great fit with everybody else, and they're going to be a great fit for you. We're curating this for you. So we're going to get our own Airbnb, 3 days of masterminding together. Every time I do my mastermind retreat, my business explodes. I have so many things that good come out of this. I want to see that for you. And so the link will be in the description, wbmm.org/summit-2023. So go there, just go to the description. You'll find it there. But I want to see you in New Orleans, and I want to see you on the workshop September 20th of 2023. We're going to have the workshop with REIPrintMail showing us how and giving away lots of free mail so that we can start finding off-market and really reduced priced homes and getting motivated sellers. Now, and recently I went to the hotel of where the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference is going to be next year in 2024 in St. Louis, and it was super awesome that Philip from REIPrintMail is in St. Louis, literally like 30 minutes away from the hotel. So we got to meet up in the hotel. And if you want to see the interview of us inside of the hotel, check the link in the description for the YouTube channel as well. But it was super awesome. I am super pumped about this hotel. It's literally like a theme park inside of the hotel. It's absolutely amazing. But let's jump into today's episode where I interview Philip Ton from REIPrintMail, showing us how we can get motivated sellers and be able to direct mail them and make a lot more money as real estate investors. All right, here we go. Philip, thanks for being here, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Now, this is so cool. So I'm here in St. Louis. You guys are in St. Louis, just 30 minutes away. And so I'm here checking out the site. This is our hotel. We're at the Union Station Hotel, which is a super awesome hotel. And at the same time, you drove down because it was like, hey, let's talk about how we can use direct mail to find motivated sellers, how we can find great deals. So tell us a little bit about REIPrintMail and what it does for investors.
Yeah, so REIPrintMail, we're kind of the hidden gem in the real estate investment world here. I love saying 31 years. So lets you know that, hey, we've been around, made it through 2 recessions, through the COVID pandemic, and still going strong. We're the largest REI direct mail marketing company in the nation here. That being said, we start with investors any level, from zero to the investors that are level 100. What we do is we utilize direct mail the right way. We link a direct marketing coach, myself being one of those direct marketing coaches, to analyze your market, answer those unknown questions when it comes to direct mail. Which mail piece should I be using? How many mail pieces are required to even trigger a response? And then as far as what interval, so how many mail pieces, which mail piece, and what interval you're sending those in. But then at the end of the day, we're analyzing that market ahead of time, taking a look at your list, making sure that we're recommending the right mail piece in that area. Every area is going to be different across the board. Every mail piece is going to be different. Which one works the best? That's what we're here for, answering those questions to make sure your life is a lot easier. And at the end of the day, we're a deals-driven company. My objective, every direct marketing coach at REIPrintMail, our objective is to make sure you guys are getting more leads, in turn, getting more deals.
So What I love also about REIPrintMail is you guys are investors, as opposed to some companies, they are just mail. They just literally know how to mail. So you tell them what to mail, tell them who to mail it to, and that's all they do, as opposed to you guys are real estate investors. Now, you told me before we got on here that you just got a duplex. Do you mind sharing, like, you utilized what you actually sell, like print mail, but you used it to get your duplex, which is killing it. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I've been investing with my two older brothers and I. We have our own company. We invest in passive income units. Been doing this for 19 years now, but the one I was just talking to Dustin about was a duplex we just bought here in St. Charles. Absolutely amazing. Acquired the connection through direct mail. It's the only way we market. The only reason why we market with direct mail is because the demographic of who we're buying these properties from, the 16 properties that we actually own across the board, we've looked at the type of person, that avatar. What does that person look like? You know, who did we acquire this property from? It was always the baby boomer generation. They don't believe in the Facebook ads. They don't believe in social media, YouTube. And I know it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings here, but at the end of the day, when we bought those properties, they had 2 reading chairs and a lamp in their house. They liked the physical copy, and it's the baby boomer generation. They want to see a physical, something in their hand to read. The deal that I was telling Dustin about is, we bought it for about 120. It's ARV, our income right now. It's a duplex. Both units have long-term tenants in there, and they're paying about $1,500 a month on it. So killer deal, couldn't pass it up.
$3,000 a month in total rent. You bought it for $110,000, $120,000? $120,000. Now, you fix it up a little bit, make the ARV higher. But when you think about the passive income, I mean, that is just crushing it. But you didn't get it by having a realtor list a property, right, and then you find it on the MLS. Or even, I mean, wholesalers are great. I love wholesalers. But wholesalers do what you just did, which means finding the deal, negotiating it, directly to the seller, negotiating it as well, and then taking down the deal. I mean, shoot, I would literally pay cash for that house right now. It's like, that's a fantastic deal. Okay, so talk to me from beginning to end. Now, a lot of people would think that direct mail is hard to do, or there's a huge learning curve on who do I mail it to? What do I send? What do I say? All that sort of stuff. But one thing I love about REIPrintMail is you guys actually coach the investors on how to do this, because you guys are investors too. Like I said, other companies don't even invest. Yep. They just mail. So if somebody is brand new starting out, how do they get started with direct mail to help them find leads?
Best way to do it, use Dustin's link, book a 15-minute call. Let us analyze it. Let us uncover the layers there, and then answer any questions that you have. But at the end of the day, every real estate deal is a simple equation. You know, it's 40% science, 60% art. The 40% science that I'm talking about is going to be, hey, your lead generation and how to market to them. That's what REIPrintMail answers those questions and takes care of that 40% for you. Saying, hey, we're going to build that list together. We're going to analyze that market. What does that avatar of a motivated seller look like? Is it going to be a bankruptcy list? Is it going to be a tax lien, tax late list? Is it going to be pre-foreclosures or foreclosures? Anything like that. But what's moving in the market, we're taking a look at that real time because we do this on a daily basis. So now by us doing that and looking at other investors that are utilizing REIPrintMail services as well, you know, we have that insider trade, that deeper look of what that looks like. So by having that gives you a competitive advantage across the board.
And you guys everybody, I have my affiliate link with them. And what's great is I've been working with them directly for a while. They came to RubeCon, the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference last year, got a lot of people showing them how to invest. And you have a special deal for anybody that comes in that you're going to help them out and give them a lead generation and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. So by booking a meeting with Dustin through the link, by booking a meeting with one of our direct marketing coaches here at REIPrintMail, we're giving away a free list of 1,000 motivated sellers. So we'll build that list for you together on a Zoom call and then give it right over to you. So now you have your list of motivated sellers, off-market deals.
For everybody listening, that is absolutely valuable. And like I said, other companies literally just mail out things, but you guys also have the data as well. So talk to us about, from beginning to end, what you guys do with finding the right data, making sure we have the right characteristics, the right type of people we're going after, and then coaching the person through that and then coaching them. And I want to pause for a quick second and share that honestly, I really want you to invest in real estate. Now, my new goal is to help 1 million people invest in real estate. So 2 things I would ask from you. Number 1, if you get anything out of this episode, please share it with somebody else. Just say, hey, check out Dustin at Master Passive Income. He really wants to help 1 million people to invest in real estate. That's number 1. Number 2, I want to get you to invest in real estate. Get my real estate investing course absolutely for free. Text the word rental, RENTAL, to 33777. Rental to 33777. I'll literally give you my course, show you how to find an area of the country to invest, how to build the business first. I always talk about that, and how to find the right properties, how to make sure you're getting experts to do the work for you, and scale the business to where you're making $250 or more in passive income. Scale it to quit your job. I'll literally get to you, or go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. Obviously, it'll be in the description, but I really, really want you to invest in real estate, because the more that actual, normal, everyday people own real estate that are good landlords, the better everybody's life gets. What to mail, like physically what to mail, and then when you send it out, what's written on there, because that's usually one of the most daunting things. Hi, I want to buy your house. That's not going to sell. So tell me about all the whole process.
Let's say step one with REIPrintMail. What we're going to do is we're going to set up a 15-minute phone call. We're going to just analyze, take a look at what your business goals are, what your business model and your business goals are. And then with your direct marketing coach, we're going to take a look at our products and services that can meet those goals, meet those expectations that you're trying to get out of it. If you're just starting off, we love it. We would start off step 1 by starting with the data, building up that motivated sellers list, the 1,000 that we were going to pull for you absolutely free. We'll build that for you. And then taking a look at your market area and saying, hey, which mail piece triggers the highest response rate? We mail out about 1.5 million mailers on a monthly basis using that data there. And we track that mail. Us tracking that mail tells us, hey, this is the response rate based on this one mailer, based on this mailer, based on this template. Which one works best in your market? We have that down to the science, hard facts saying this is the response rate that we would expect out of that market just based on that solo mailer. Allow us to be an entity of your marketing department. It's a partnership, not just a customer and investor relationship. We want to be there. We want to see you succeed. So we're going to give you all the advice up front, put everything through true transparency, saying, hey, this is what you need to be doing. This is how it's going to look. This is what we would expect out of this campaign, and hitting those points across the board.
That's fantastic. And on top of that, anybody that goes to REIPrintMail, they're not going to need to get the data from some other company. They're not going to need to do a whole bunch of research outside of that, right? They're going to be able to just say, hey, REIPrintMail, I want to find motivated sellers in this city. Help me out. And that's something you guys specialize in.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. So we would, we'd look at that avatar. We'll look at what a motivated seller, all the pain points on a motivated seller, what would trigger someone. Because if someone is not motivated and you mail them something, it doesn't matter if it's the flashiest piece of mail out there. It's just not going to get a response rate. So why waste time and energy mailing that, that person? Doesn't matter if it's, like I said, glitters, whatever it is, it's not going to work. If they're not motivated, there's no point. It's called mailing blindly. We try to cut that out of the equation. At the end of the day, we ask ourselves the question, hey, what mail piece is going to get past that biggest filter? I own 16 properties, Dustin owns a handful of properties, and we know once we get mail, our first filter is a trash can, that recycling bin if you're from California. You're going to look through your mail, you're going to scrimmage through all the spam mail, throw it away. So what piece of mail, what template is going to get our foot in the door? And then once we get our foot in the door, what's going to hook them and trigger that call for action? Having them give us a call so we can, negotiate a price on their property. What's going to trigger that motivated seller to give us a call? We'll answer those questions for you. And then because we mail out for a majority of the real estate investors out there, we hone in on who's mailing in your area. So we're not stacking the same piece of mail on top of someone else's. So your mail is going to be unique for you. It's going to be branded just for you. We do those merging fields for you. We imprint your information, but then we give you that recommendation saying, hey, I have someone in your area using this piece of mail already. Let's go with the same model, but maybe a different variation of it.
And I love how, as you are working with other investors, you're seeing what's working too. You're like, hey, I'm not just trying out what you're doing, and I'm not just doing what you're telling me to do. Like, get this one piece of yellow printed card, send it, and no, you're like, those don't work. Like, or this doesn't work, or this works better, which is great. It's like if you're going to go fishing at a fishing pond or at a lake, you're like, man, I have an expert who's literally caught tons and tons and tons of fish and helped other people catch fish. I'm going to listen to what type of bait they're going to use, where they're going to fish at. Okay, so with REI Print Mail, if we now have we're sending out letters, it seems kind of daunting. Can you walk us through, if we are a brand new investor, or let's say we have a handful of properties and we're like, we need a scale. In fact, a lot of my students, we have 2, 3, 4 properties. And with that, they're like, man, I want to scale faster. I want to get properties faster or more properties. How do I then, once that letter goes out, how do I make sure I close on those deals? How do I make sure that I get the deals that are actually coming to me, that are ones that I want to buy?
So with that being said, every single time we launch a campaign, we don't just take the order and then disappear. We follow. That way we could track your response rate. Good or bad. We want to track that response rate. That means we got that red rate, that open rate. And then after that, we're going to follow along and see how you guys are doing. If you're following best practices, hey, are we following up on these phone calls? Did we answer it? Did we give it that 48-hour window to respond to a voicemail someone left? Making sure you guys are following up on these deals, making sure you're, giving our advice on, hey, what would we do if this opportunity presented itself to us? This was my knowledge because all 6 of our direct marketing coaches are investors. So we give you our tricks of the trade, what we would do if it was in our playbook. Here's a play out of our playbook. Maybe that's a good area of opportunity. What's your exit strategy for this property that presented itself? We made the connection with the direct mail, but now what are you going to do with it? Making sure, hey, is it a passive income unit that you want, or is it a wholesale deal? Where's your better ROI? We'll analyze it for you, give you our advice, and then say, hey, I'll take it and run.
Does this work for residential land investing? Like, what type of investing does it work for? Or does it work for majority?
Oh, it's open. It's going to be majority. At the end of the day, if you're not using direct mail, you're leaving money on the table, whether you're a land investor, whether you're a single family residential 4 doors or under, whether you're 5 doors to 200 doors. At the end of the day, we give you advice on what we would do in that scenario because we have the experience there, because we have the knowledge there. And we're not just guessing. We're using hard facts and data saying this is the best route to take. And, at the end of the day, it's your business on what you want to do with it. But we're going to present everything on the table so you can make the most informed decision at that point.
What would you say are some, or 1 or 2 or a couple newbie mistakes, or somebody's just getting started, they're making this, you see this constantly, or this type of mistake or that type of mistake? Help us know mistakes that we should not get into before we do. Like, is there anything that you see right now that you've seen people in the past do?
One of the major key mistakes that I see as a personal investor myself and being in the market for marketing for other investors is, at the end of the day, get your funding in line. That is a big downfall. If you're utilizing direct mail, the biggest downfall is your data. If your data sucks, your mail's going to suck. It doesn't matter what I do with it. I could be the expert in the mail, but if the data sucks, the direct mail is going to suck.
So funding, that's a great point, because if you're not ready to actually buy the property, you could get the deal. And there's a saying that if you get a good deal, there's always going to be funding for it. You're going to find somebody you're going to wholesale it to or something like that. But ideally, we are investors and we want long-term buy and hold properties, passive income, trying to make passive income every single month. So you need to have that. My suggestion is absolutely get your entire business built. And everybody, if you listen to the show and watch this on YouTube, if you've seen this at all, you've heard me say finding the properties is literally the last step in the entire process. We get the entire business built, which is everything from property managers, mortgage brokers, contractors, insurance agents, like literally everything in the business. Then the very last step, once you have everything else done, then the deals come. Just like if you're going to build a business that has inventory, you have a store, you want to build out the entire infrastructure of the store before you put any inventory in the system, in the business. And so once you do that, then people can come in and buy. Okay, so from here, if somebody wants to work with REIPrintMail, work with you, and how would they be able to make sure that they are doing it right? So they're going to have so everybody check the affiliate link that's inside my the description. Go there and they will literally give you all those, what was it, 1,000?
1,000 motivated list of 1,000 motivated sellers.
So they're going to work with you if you use my link, and it's absolutely free. They're going to do this for you, which is a huge learning experience, because you're going to learn how they do it, number one. But number two, they're literally going to give it to you as well. And then with that, you're going to see my goodness, there are so many deals out there that you're just completely passing over if you're not doing direct mail. Is there anything else that we need to know, or anything else I should have asked?
Just because Dustin and I were talking about giving away 1,000 lists, take it in as a live one-on-one list building seminar, because that's literally what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a look at your market area. I'm going to throw my input in there, show you where the hidden pockets of data that most investors are missing. So we have that because we're pulling lists on a daily basis. We're doing lead gen, and then we're linking it with direct mail. So by booking a meeting with us, you're going to get a one-on-one, pretty much master class on how to build a list.
I love it. And the fact that I'm able to come here in St. Louis, hang out at the site of REIPcon 24. We're here at the Union Station Hotel, which is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. It's literally a water park, aquarium. They have a carousel. It's like a theme park here built in, but at the same time, it's going to be an investor's dream to come here to REIPcon, and you're going to be here because you guys are literally in town. So it's going to be awesome. So, man, Philip, I really appreciate you coming on and showing everybody that REIPrintMail and direct mail is a way. And I'll say this, in the next couple of years, we're going to see a really, really hard time in the economy and the real estate market. People who start doing direct mail now get it in their system so they're experts at it. And REIPrintMail is already the expert. They're going to help you become the expert as well. In the next couple of years, you're going to be finding so many deals, you're not going to be able to buy all of them.
There's a Japanese saying, best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best is today. So, I'll leave it at that. But the other thing about Rubicon 24 going to be here in St. Louis is Dustin and I always have this conversation about how to balance family with work. I mean, you couldn't have picked a better spot. This place is family oriented, and send the kids to the aquarium, send them to the zip line course. It's all right here within walking distance. It's going to be awesome.
This is great. So, Philip, thank you so much for being on, man.
Thanks, Dustin.
And that is it for today. Go ahead and get my free real estate investing course. Text the word rental to 33777, RENTAL to 33777. You can also join my Real Estate Wealth Builders group coaching. Get all my courses. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next show. See ya.